the rule of about 10,000 hours to become an expert in anything, and yet we're going to limit the people who are allowed to have an exemption to the people who are already champions, who are already winning, who are already Olympians. That means that you get rid of the entire sport. How do you prove that you want to become a professional or Olympian in something before you actually can prove that you are?
But what we're talking about is 16 people in the entire country, and right now it's just you.
You're talking about 16 people who become Olympians. Do you understand how many other people who have competing against them? There's a huge amount of people competing against them. We have teams. I have teammates that I train with all the time who have not made the Olympic level yet, but yet you're going to restrict their equipment to say that they can never achieve? That makes no sense. It's like telling soccer players that you want to be a soccer player, but you have to be an Olympic soccer player before you can actually have a ball. That's what you're saying.
Not. I mean, gun ranges are still allowed to import, buy, and sell, import and buy pistols as well. But I think, at some point, we as a society need to decide which is more important. And with all and I do commend you for representing your country, and I thank you for doing that. But we also need to look at, as a society, whether handguns are something that we want to see continue to proliferate in our country, and make the decision that you will still have the ability to use them, Ms. Kiejko, but our government has determined that we would like to see a handgun freeze, and that is supported by the vast majority of Canadians from coast to coast to coast. So I think, anyway, I'll leave it there because I do want to ask a question to our other witness.
And to your point, this is a vital tool, obviously, to competing at the Olympic level. We also have IPSC and other international competitive bodies and national competitive bodies. So to your point, if you're not able to sort of hold the firearm before you buy it, if you're not able to buy new parts for it, or it's very difficult to do so, to me this really seems like it will certainly be an elimination of competitive sports shooting in Canada, something that's been around for a very long time, and certainly the Conservatives are very proud of to see you, Ms. Kiejko, as an Olympian representing us on the world stage. So given these restraints, do you feel that there will be any more Olympians following you, or what is the impact this is going to have on Olympic and competitive sports shooting in Canada?
Considering how hard it is to make the Olympics to begin with, I mean, we're talking, at any Olympic Games, there's maybe 300 athletes in the entire country that actually make the Olympic Games. So we're talking about a very small amount of people to begin with. So when we're talking about shooting sports, you cut off the access to be able to produce Olympian. You need a huge mass of amount of people competing in who push each other to do better, to strive for better achievements, for better performances. And if you cut off the access to the competition, the training, the teammates, you essentially obliterate any opportunity we have of putting an Olympian into the Olympics, let alone onto the podium.